One of the oldest surviving brick dwellings in Collingwood, dating back to the mid-1800s, has been restored. Richard and Anke Lex have done outstanding restoration work in Collingwood and continued the good work at what is now known as the Tremont Annex on Simcoe Street. Richard says a lot of the original elements were in place, even though the building had been neglected for years.
Well, we were very excited about the potential of the building. It had been boarded up for about 5 years and was vacant and in terrible condition inside. But the nice thing is it was all still very original, both inside and outside. And having been built around the time of Confederation, it's pretty much the oldest brick building remaining in the downtown.
As with any renovation project of this nature, there were a few challenges.
Well, the challenges were, of course, the condition of the building. It was still very structurally sound, but everything in the inside needed to be redone. And we had to reconfigure a few aspects of the inside of the building to allow for our new tenants. But essentially, I think cleaning the brick was one of the big challenges, and restoring the windows was another big challenge, because it was important for us that this was an authentic restoration given the age of the building. So we kept the old windows. We took a lot of care to restore them and have some new storm windows built for them. So the windows still are the original windows when this house was built.
The restoration crew was mindful of the rules in place within Collingwood's Heritage District when deciding how to bring the building back to life.
Well, the decision as to what we keep in this case in the Heritage District, the rules for the Heritage Districts only relate to the exterior of the building. So that's really where the bulk of the effort to do an authentic restoration is on the outside. So we're very careful with the brick, with the woodwork and the windows. On the inside, of course, we've tried to keep some of the elements, the staircase, the wood floors. We've kept them. All the trim work we were able to keep, but the rest of the building is quite modern inside.
Richard says he has been very lucky to work with tradespeople who share his love of heritage.
Well, we've been lucky to have some contractors and craftspeople that are really excellent at what they do in terms of restoring heritage buildings. We were able to employ them at the Tremont. They did some wonderful work on recreating the parapets and the chimneys there, and cleaning and repairing brick. And they were happy to come back and work for us here, and they did a great job.
Anke says most of the original features of the building can be seen in the east side of the duplex.
This side of the building is still very original, and it has 4 small bedrooms upstairs and a hallway, and it really did lend itself for artist studios again. They're the perfect size for an artist studio. They have beautiful light coming in. Now
complete, the restored building has taken on its new life as a vital part of the evolving arts and culture district along Simcoe Street.
Yes, we did run out of studio space across the street for the Tremont, so there's a waiting list for the studios at the Tremont. So they were the 4 perfect size rooms upstairs. They were the original bedrooms, and they turned out into artist studios as well. They have beautiful light on the coming in, and yeah, it's home to 4 artists upstairs.
The work of Richard and Anke Lex has transformed a previously run-down section of the downtown into a district that is alive with activity. The previous restoration of the Tremont Hotel brought with it an immediate demand for studio space rentals.
Yeah, we're very thrilled about it, and the demand is great for small spaces. People like to have their own space where they can come and work, and they're affordable, and yes, we could rent out more small studios, and it's quite exciting.
And of course the Tremont is home to many showings and special events throughout the year too.
That's right, we have art shows. The show downstairs in the hallway changes every couple of months. We have a portrait show coming up in October, which benefits the hospital. We do a Simcoe Street Festival, and yes, there's always something exciting happening at the Tremont.
Earlier, the Tremont Hotel restoration was recognized with a Collingwood Heritage Award, to be followed with another award for the revival of the Tremont Annex.
It was quite an honor to receive that award. A lot of many hours of work went into the building. We had a lot of great craftsmen who worked on this building, who did the restoration, some of the detail work and the brick repair and the brick cleaning and the windows. A lot of time went into that, so it was nice. It was nice for them and for us that was recognized.
How does the community thank outstanding residents like Richard and Anke Lex? Their tireless work to restore heritage buildings has and continues to make a difference. All you have to do is visit Simcoe Street to see how the arts and entertainment scene continues to grow thanks to their good work.
We're very thrilled. It turned out way better than we ever hoped to imagine. And we started with the Tremont, and again the artist studios rented just when the rafters were still up and the place really looked quite horrible inside. The artists came on board immediately. They had faith in the project, so the studios were rented very quickly. The school downstairs, the art school, was rented. And then we found out that this 2 buildings across the street became available, the old Enterprise Bulletin and the duplex. And we had a gut feeling there was need for more space for the arts. And again, the 65 Simcoe, which is the former Enterprise Bulletin building, is filled with the arts now. There's a theater, studio theater in there, a dance school, a food co-op, a knitting store, and they teach spinning and knitting in there. And then again over here the artist studios upstairs. So the arts likes to be together, and they feed off each other and they promote each other, and it just creates a wonderful energy.